But I'm with Dean, who is a councillor for Restore Britain in Kent County Council, and he is supporting the Pink Ladies. Now, I actually noticed that there's so much Restore support here in the Pink Ladies March. There's been a staunch move towards, a coalition of different right-wing entities, people supporting the Conservative reform, but it's been staunchly Restore today. Why do you think that might be?
Well, I can tell you why that is, Bob. A year ago, last summer, I stood with the Kent Pink Ladies in Maidstone, and I was reprimanded by HQ for standing with what they class as a right-wing movement. So it's quite clear that the only party really that's supporting the women without any kind of issues, and with the support from the leadership, i.e. Rupert Lowe, is that it's why Ola is now with Restore Britain, because when she was with the Reform Party, she wasn't getting the support that the ladies needed. And we're all here today because I've got children myself. I've got 3 daughters, 3 granddaughters. They're all at risk. And I'm here to support the Pink Ladies of Kent. And I'm here to support Ola and my children and every other woman and daughter in this country.
May I say, you look very fatherly with the sort of pink shirt. You can obviously tell that you're a father yourself. And what do you actually think is going to be the result in terms of women's safety nationally? I think we saw yesterday a prosecution for an asylum seeker, a rapist, who raped a girl in Brighton. Do you think things will get worse before they get better in this country?
I think things will possibly get worse. I think this is the kind of last stance, and when you get together with women that are standing up for their country, I've always felt that when we have a strong movement within this country, it's normally led by the women. And sadly, Bob, the men have kind of gone a little bit soft over the last couple of decades.
Well, we're wearing pink, apparently.
All wearing pink, but I'm not ashamed to do it. I think, to answer your question, this is the kind of last chance saloon now, and the women are now standing forward and they're standing proud, and we are here to support the women to do precisely what they're doing. I don't think there's any other party in this country at the moment that's brave enough to stand forward with the Pink Ladies, and if they don't start listening just over the road there at number 10, I think that we could go down the slippery slope of possible anarchy and things like that. But we don't want that. This is precisely what a movement should be.
A peaceful and lawful revolution. Now, Starmer is going to be potentially kicked out any time's notice because of the Mandelson scandal. What would you want to see? Do you want to see Starmer out? Would you prefer Starmer stay, lose more popularity? Because the potential for people like Shamima Mahmood, people who are left to Labour getting in and ruining this country more. And of course, you're with Restore Britain, they have over 400 branches, but the possibility that they win a general election if one was called tomorrow is quite slim. So what do you want to see from his premiership? Do you want to see him gone, or do you want to see him stay and just sort of reap what he sows?
That's a really tough question for someone like me, because I do want to see him go, but to be replaced by, just another establishment-created politician that's just going to carry on the baton with where we're going at the moment. And again, the reason that, I moved away from Reform is because they were slowly but obviously moving down they've been sold out by the establishment as well. So the only way to solve this out could possibly be 2029.
Just wait out the enemy that we already know Starmer's incredibly unpopular. Let's make him even more unpopular so we can completely sweep the next general election.
I just don't think anything will really change until we have a true patriotic party that's running this country. And as I say, there's no other party that is not caught by the establishment now. So it's not... Keir Starmer's not the one that's going to read that letter and take notice of it. It's going to be the people that are running him within the system. And will they listen? Do they care? No, I don't think they do. Will they put Ola's letter in the bin? More than likely. But this is kind of a show of force and support. But I really don't think that it matters who we put in place at the moment. So whether Keir stays or goes, for me, it's irrelevant.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Bob.
You're doing fantastic work at Kent County Council, and I wish you the best.